I believe we are being sold a lie that we need to deteriorate over time. Anti-aging is in our face everywhere, every day. Let's pro-age. Join me, Val Carter, as I get hacked as F on my journey to optimum health, not just with my body, but mind and spirit. Hello, hackers. Hello. Now, today's topic is how to get the stuff done that you have to get done by doing the stuff that you want to do. Does this make sense? I've been trying to figure out how to word this properly, and I feel like this is as close as it's going to get. So let me give you an example. So for me, I am supposed to be doing at least 1 hour, like 1 to 3 hours of learning a day. That's the goal. It could be higher, but for now, I'm keeping it to 1 to 3. So, I know I have all this stuff to do, and yet I find myself not doing it. And it hangs over my head, and it makes me feel guilty all the time. I'm just sitting there, and I might not even be doing anything, but I'm just feeling guilty for not learning. And like, I'll play music and be like, I'm supposed to be listening to a podcast right now. Like, I should be listening to a podcast or an audiobook rather than listening to music. And I just feel the guilt and I do it anyway. Sorry, I wanted to share with you something that I have learned. And that is that in order to get the shit done that you need to do, all of those tasks that are hanging over your head, in order to get them done, what you need to do is actually do the stuff that you want to do. So say I want to listen to music, then okay, that's fine, I will. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to say I'm going to listen to music while I am at the gym. And so then when I'm not at the gym, I have to listen to a podcast. So because I'm getting my fix, I am able to do the work. It's really important to do the things that make your soul happy, because otherwise you're going to just have resentment around the work that you need to get done. So for me, if I know I've got a podcast I want to record, but I want to listen to some music or something, I'll just be like, okay, well, let's make gym time music time. And then let's make this time the time that I'm going to do my podcast. So in order to actually do what you need to do, you need to take care of yourself. You need to nourish your soul. If there's something that you love to do, you can't just be like, no, I can't do that. I've got to do this. I've got this to do. I've got that to do. And yeah, while that, I don't know if it's admirable. It's admirable that you would sacrifice self in order to do a bigger goal. But it's also very important to take care of your soul. I'm not one of these people who, I'm sorry, Gary Vee, but I don't agree that you should just work and never do anything that you enjoy. What the fuck is the point in that? If you die tomorrow, what will it have been for? What's life if you don't have any joy? So unless you work gives you joy, which for Gary, it does give him joy. He froths it. He loves it. So I just want you guys to be aware that it's okay to do the things you enjoy. In fact, I would say it is paramount in achieving your goals, because when your soul is feeling nourished and your cup is full, then you come up with your best stuff. Then you get great ideas and everything. When you're feeling depressed and overworked and burnt out, do you think you're going to do very good work? What do you think? Definitely not. So what I need you to do, is set times for the things you enjoy. Make time for the things you enjoy. And by that, you'll find that you will do a lot less procrastinating. And in the times when you are working, like in the time management episode, a couple of episodes ago, you will be much more effective because you're well rested. Your soul is taken care of. You're not feeling subconsciously neglected. Like, you need to take care of yourself, guys. And when you do, you will reap the rewards. It's just like when you have a meditation practice, it's going to do all these good things in your life. So making sure that you have that meditation and don't procrastinate and go on your phone and actually do your meditation instead, that will have a flow-on effect for your whole world. Do you know what I'm saying? So, that's my story for today. Make sure you take care of yourself and do the things that you want to do. Make sure, don't get held up. Don't go and have like a proper binge watch of Netflix. Although, if you have done the things you need to do, then why don't you use that as a reward? Like, get this done and then you'll be able to watch 5 episodes of Good Girls. That's what I watch. So I want you to remember that it's perfectly okay to do the things you enjoy. We have this message going around society at the moment where you just have to work really freaking hard and say no to self and don't indulge in anything. But then we also have the opposite, where we've got self-care, which I'm really happy to hear about self-care, but it's starting to go too far, I believe. It's starting to kind of go over a line here, because there's all these things like if you need to say no, you need to change your mind, and you need to not do this and that, and it's like, well, yes, that's true to an extent, but you also need to be a person who can keep their word, and also not like always be letting other people down because you're like, oh, I don't feel like it. And so self-care says that I should actually stay home and get on Facebook rather than go and meet my friend as I told them I would, or something like this. So there is a line. I don't want people to be starting to use self-care as a cop-out for not keeping their commitments, because that is bullshit. So keep that in mind. But I trust that if you can do that, if you can set some time, make the boundaries for yourself, maybe you can make your commute to work easier time to, maybe I can do this too, is time to listen to this podcast or this audiobook. And then lunchtime, on my lunch break, I usually watch something on YouTube from Mind Valley, usually something to do with consciousness or biohacking or something like that. So I have different things going on, and then after work is generally the time that I do more business stuff. But I have noticed that when I actually start, so if I'm listening to some podcasts that are entrepreneurial, that's when it gets the juices flowing, and I start getting my momentum back that I may have lost. So my procrastination dies away when I get in the zone. But it's important to take care of yourself, take care of your mental health and physical health and everything like that to perform your optimum while you are working. So keep that in mind, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Hey, thanks for tuning in to Hacked as F, fellow hacker. If you want to hear more, then you know what to do. You rate, you comment, you subscribe, you tell us what you want to hear, and we'll find ways and teach you ways of optimizing your life in every possible way.